Welcome everyone to the May 29, 2025 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please join me in reciting the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I am Barb Lewis, President of the Board, and to my left is Commissioner Jeff Benton. And we have our Administrator, Tracy Davies, our Deputy Administrator, Don Houston, and our General Counsel and Deputy Administrator, Eric Hostetler, and our clerks, Jennifer and Brandy. We can begin.
Resolution number 25-386, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held May 22nd, 2025.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-386. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill is absent today. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today. That brings us to item number 3. Resolution number 25-387. In the matter of approving purchase orders and in-house certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 0528 and memo transfers in batch number MT APR 0528.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-387. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-388, in the matter of approving a permit for the use of Delaware County facilities.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jane Hawes, Director of Communications. We have before you a permit application from the Alpha Group. They would like to conduct their annual staff training. This would be a date in September using the Bixby Large Meeting Room. And we recommend your approval.
Okay. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-388. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-389, in the matter of appointing and reappointing members to the Delaware County Local Corrections Planning Board.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
And this one, we are recommending the reappointment of Neil Patel to the Community Corrections Planning Board. This is a board that our Adult Court Services has to convene, I believe it's twice a year, in order to remain eligible for certain state funding. So we appoint the two public at-large members. Neil has served on the board, and we recommend his reappointment. Cy Keeley has been one of our representatives, but he is not interested in reappointment, and we recommend the appointment of Amanda Whites in his place.
Okay, we thank Cy for his service.
Thanks, Cy, for the many years of service to this board and others, and
Yes.
then also Neil as well for his continuing service to this board.
And welcome Amanda
Right.
to the board. She'll be a great member. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-389. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-390, a resolution of necessity for the acceptance of a donated motor vehicle for the use of the Delaware County Sheriff for his employees.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioner. Scott Vance, Captain, Sheriff's Office. As you're aware, the Delaware Tactical Unit, or SWAT team, is comprised of a multi-jurisdictional agency that we oversee. Members include agencies such as Dublin, Westerville, Sunbury, Delaware City, Shawnee Hills, and so on. This vehicle, once purchased and owned by Columbus Police Department, was transferred to Dublin. Dublin then took it upon themselves to put a new engine in the vehicle and make it serviceable. And now I wish to donate it over to the team and to the Sheriff's Office so that we can better enhance our response capabilities as well as the safety for our members. I'd be glad to answer any questions specific to the vehicle that you may have.
So, Captain Vance, thank you. There's no cost currently to the Delaware County Sheriff's Office to
Not to
assume-
purchase and acquire the vehicle, no.
Okay.
There may be some minor
Maintenance.
cosmetic things that we have to do to it once we receive it, but I've looked at the vehicle. The new engine's been in place. It's going to get painted black. It currently is blue and some other colors. So take care of
Got
it.
some other colors. Yeah.
All right.
Boy, thanks Dublin.
Yeah, thanks,
to
Dublin.
for-
Yeah, I think it's a great example of how our member agencies work together to try to further our mission. And when we look at it, it's not just the sheriff's office, or it's not just the city, it's the county as a whole, and in fact, our ability to support surrounding counties as well.
Yeah, and City of Columbus for donating it to
Absolutely.
Dublin, even though it was needed some repairs, but still,
Yep.
it was good of them to do that.
Yes, that's true. Boy, great.
Yep.
Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-390. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Captain.
Thanks, Kevin.
Resolution number 25-391, in the matter of approving a service agreement between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and Quality Masonry Company Incorporated for clearing, painting, and repairing of the east exterior stairs at the county's historic courthouse.
So moved.
Second discussion.
Good morning, John Melvin, Director of Facilities. As noted, this will address our deteriorating front steps, the stone steps. We're actually going to go in there and replace them with a limestone steps to enhance the front entrance of the courthouse. Something we've had kind of on the radar for some time, since the renovation even, and it's gotten to that point we needed to address it.
Yeah, what, how long will it take, John?
I don't have an exact timeline from them. I don't think there's a lead time on the limestone steps. So I would imagine within the next 4 to 6 weeks, this project should be complete.
Will we close the front entrance?
Most likely, yeah, because they're going to be replacing even that top landing. So during that time, we probably will have to keep those closed during the construction. So,
What were the current steps made of? I mean, they're like, definitely chipping away.
I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they're actually a sandstone. The way they have
Sandstone, okay.
deteriorated with, salt and stuff has corroded on them. Looking
Right.
at the texture of them. That was one of the options to go with sandstone. We went with the limestone, which is more typical to Delaware City County, being the limestone around every place, so.
Yeah, great idea. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-391. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number
Thank you.
25-392, in the matter of approving the Child Placement Services Contract, First Amendment and Second Amendment between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and child placement provider Belmont Pines Hospital and RTC through 6/30/2025.
So moved.
Second discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is a new provider that we've contracted with for both our JFS and FCFC placements. We do have an FCFC placement currently there, so we're contracting through June, and then again from July 1 through June of next year.
Okay, I noticed they're included in the next resolution, or as for the succeeding year.
Correct.
Yeah, okay, this is just for the stub period.
This one's covering both, I believe, is how it's
Does
written.
this cover both?
This one just covers through 6/30/2025, and then the
Okay.
following in the next resolution is 7/1/2025 through 6/30/2026.
Oh,
Okay, yeah,
thank you.
Okay.
Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-392. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-393, in the matter of approving the Child Placement Services Contracts, First Amendments and Second Amendments between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and child placement providers.
So moved.
Second discussion.
And these are renewals of contracts going from July 1 forward. I'm sure you saw that most of the rate increases were pretty reasonable. We did have a couple that were high. We do not currently have placements at those facilities. We do have 5 youth placed in residential
Okay.
providers.
Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-393. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number 25-394, in the matter of adopting a Delaware County facility use policy.
So moved.
Second discussion.
Good morning, Eric Hostetler, Deputy County Administrator and General Counsel. This resolution would approve an updated facility use policy. The facility use policy was last revised in 2021, and some of the changes, other than just typical cleanups, this will add new facilities that have opened since the last revision. Clarifies that use by the county officials or employees for official county business is not subject to the policy. They just need to follow internal procedures for scheduling meeting space. Prohibits promotional signs, limiting signage to directional signs on the day of an event. Prohibits film productions, instead requiring that any request to use county facilities for filming would have a separate agreement outside of the facility use procedure. Clarifies that governmental entities are not subject to indemnification requirements, provides more specific insurance requirements, establishes uniform deadlines for permit applications, provides for a security and facility review of all permit applications, and provides for a $25 flat fee for all permits, which that would be waived for Delaware County governmental entities, and cleaning and security fees would be determined on a case-by-case basis. I'm happy to answer any questions.
No real questions. I asked for the major changes, and you emailed those to me yesterday, so I appreciate that. Looks
Right.
like a good cleanup, like you described.
Right, I
improve it.
know that there's been a lot of work put into this.
Yes,
And,
yes.
no, you listed everything, so we've read that, and we can vote on it.
Vote on motion 25-394. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-395, in the matter of approving the request for proposal, documentation, and setting the date and time to receive proposals from qualified persons or firms for the provision of CDBG administration services and general grant consulting and administration services.
So moved.
Second discussion.
So if you recall, last year, the county qualified as an urban county for CDBG allocations. And we recently received notice that our allocation under that program is $407,782, which is a considerable increase what we typically would receive through the state program. And this resolution would approve an RFP for administration services, both for the CDBG Urban County Program, as well as for just general consulting regarding grants for the county. Happy to answer any questions.
Sure. Boy, that is a big increase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what would typically be the types of projects that would qualify for this type of grant, the CDBG urban grant?
I can, instead of going through all of the possible projects, I can tell you what we've done in the past, which have primarily been public improvements for some of our smaller communities, Ostrander, Ashley,
Kilbourne,
Galena.
did Kilbourne get a?
That was a CDBG project, yes, it was.
Okay.
ADA improvements, typically streets, storm sewers, things like that. But we've done some other community programmatic things related to transportation and some other social services.
Okay.
It has to benefit low to moderate income persons.
Okay. Good to
Aye.
know, yeah, we need to publicize this. I know the Economic Development Department's aware of it and working on it, because these really do help with infrastructure, which improves communities, which helps with economic development.
Yeah, and I've been in contact with, waiting for the notice of what our allocation was going to be. I've been in contact with the participating communities, and those are the City of Powell, Orange Township, Ostrander, Shawnee Hills. And I've reached back out to Ashley. They missed the deadline last year. I think they indicated that they wanted to participate, but they didn't get their response to us in time. So I've reached back out to them about subsequent years. So for the $407,000 for the current federal fiscal year, they would not be participating.
There was some misunderstandings about this from some entities. I think some of the townships didn't really understand the benefits to them. So hopefully they will this time, because it has really helped. a
Oh,
lot,
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot
Ashley,
of our-
Kilbourne,
Yeah, smaller cities
Yeah.
and townships too, so.
yep.
Okay, vote please.
Vote on motion 25-395. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye,
Mr. Benton?
Aye,
thank you.
thanks, Eric.
Resolution number 25-396, in the matter of approving supplemental appropriations and in advance of funds.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Justin Avi, Director of Finance. This item's been submitted primarily for a budget amendment and cash transfer to the Meadow Ridge TIF Fund. These monies are going to be used for the interchange connection at 3637. And eventually, when the TIF starts generating monies, the general fund will be repaid.
Okay. Vote please.
Vote on motion 25-396. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye,
Great, thank you.
thank you.
That brings us to administrator reports.
Nothing today, thank you.
And I have nothing either.
Okay. Well, Commissioner Benton.
Well, Eric almost always has something to add. Not today? No, okay. I just had a couple things. Sad to report that former Mayor Wendell Wheeler of Delaware passed away recently in the last few days, and there is a calling hours in the service this afternoon and evening. And Wendell was a real leader in the Delaware community for many, many years on many different things. Worked at Grady a lot of his career. Just did a lot of good things for the city, and want to honor his legacies and go into that service this evening. Mike Kindle, the director, actually now former director of SEBCO, retired, and he had a reception yesterday and was very well attended. And Mike is truly retired now, and he's going to move out to Colorado. And he sold his house, moved everything out there, and he's got 2 bags to pack, and he's I got a flight on Friday.
Oh my
So
gosh.
he's truly moving out to Colorado and going to retire. So congratulations to Mike, and wish him the best in his retirement. SEBCO has grown significantly during his tenure as CEO, which I think has been 5 or 6 years now, and grown from like 35 to 49 counties. So very, very, very strong growth, but and the organization's in good shape. So wish Mike the best. Regional planning is this evening. Light agenda. There isn't a whole lot on it, but and then the Memorial Tournament has teed off. 7:30 something this morning. The first group teed off, and I have a tie on today in honor of the Memorial Tournament. So,
Quite dashing.
so anyway, if you get a chance to go, it's a great event to go to it,
Yeah,
and
it is.
And it'll be very well attended, and it's mostly in Delaware County, and so it's just a really neat event. Big tournament, and Jack Nicholas is the host and the creator of the golf course and the tournament. So it's just a really neat weekend in Central Ohio.
And the honoree being Barbara.
Yeah, his wife is the
Nicholas,
honoree
and she
this year.
has, it's so well deserved.
Right,
She is
right.
just
She's
a
done
stellar
a lot.
person. She has literally raised millions of dollars in Florida, because they're in Florida part of the year, and probably most of the year. And also, of course, here through Children's Hospital.
Right, right.
She's just a terrific, wonderful person.
Yeah,
So,
great family. I mean, the whole
Great
family
family.
is just really neat.
though I heard the whole family flew in.
Oh, I'm sure they're all here.
57
Oh, yeah.
of them. And so, anyway, but I'm so glad that,
Yeah.
so,
Very well deserved.
well deserved, right? Safe Harbor, I'll be over there. They have a new facility that they're opening, and then we have a retirement event for our Delaware City Schools Superintendent Heidi, and she's done a great job.
She
And
seems so young to be retiring.
I know.
I can't believe she's retirement age.
I'll tell her we mentioned that. too.
Yeah.
So, we do have need for executive
We
session.
do. Resolution number 25-397, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of appointment of a public employer, public official.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-397. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye. We are now recessed into executive session.